Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of this Unbelievable Life. I am so excited to have Julie with PAAWS here with me today. And for those of you who don't know, 3 out of my 4 rescue dogs are from PAAWS. So I am very blessed to have her on today to tell us a little bit more about the organization and about the rescue community as a whole. I've asked her to come on today just to tell us a little bit more about what their needs are and what the rescue world is like right now. So, Julie, I'm just going to let you take it away and tell us a little bit more.
Hi, I'm Julie Frazier, and I'm with PAWS. I have a couple PAWS dogs myself, few foster failures along the way. I think that's pretty common in the rescue world. My family has lived here for 17 years, and we got involved in rescue about 8 or 9 years ago. I have full-time job. And so I'm just a volunteer, which is the case with most people that are involved in rescue. PAWS was started in 1999, and their name is an acronym for proving all animals are worth saving. And we take that to heart, and we do our best to help any animals in need when we can. The limitation that we have with PAWS is that we're all foster based. We're all volunteers. We don't have any paid employees. So 100% of any donations money goes directly to the animals. But with that said, we are all foster based. So we rely on people opening up their homes to take in animals, and the requirements are not not a lot. Basically, we just want you to provide shelter and food and care for that animal until they get vaccinated and spayed and neutered and are ready to find their forever home. We can always use more fosters, but not everybody can do that either. Not everybody, everyone's dogs like other animals. Same thing with cats. So, there's ways that people can help out without necessarily taking in an animal, if that's something that they're not comfortable with. And so we're always needing supplies. We rely on donations for some of the fosters, so that they don't have to buy food or supplies for the animals that they're taking care of. Particularly with puppies and litters, there's always, pee pads or newspaper, something like that they're always needed. We get blanket donations, that type of thing. But then also monetary donations. We've got Venmo and PayPal on both our website, paws.org, and also our Facebook page, to help cover those vet bills that we incur in getting these animals vaccinated and spayed and neutered before they go to their home. Well, like I said, so since we don't have a physical building, we rely on people to bring animals into their home. Right now, those places, those rescues and shelters in our area, they're full. Like, they are busting at the seams because of strays. We have a nationwide crisis going on with record number of people surrendering their animals and a record low in adoptions. So animals are sitting in shelters, which is better than being euthanized. But those, it's getting very difficult even for kill shelters to make room, because the animals just keep coming in and getting surrendered. I think part of this is a backlash from COVID, where there are a record number of adoptions. Everybody was home, everybody had time, and you couldn't hardly find an animal available at the shelters or with rescues. And now, I think as life is resuming, people are going back to work and they're surrendering their animals. And the problem is there's just more animals than we have people and shelters that can take in. and those that are getting adopted. So I think as much as we, as an organization, we work very hard to find the right placement for our animals so that in talking with people that apply for animals, I know sometimes people can get their feelings hurt, but we really try to match that animal to the best situation, best home for them. You know, if they're a herding breed, you know, where, you know, that's what nature, what they've been bred to do is they herd. And so, you know, we don't want to place a herding breed in a home that has young children, infants, toddlers, where, you know, the animal is going to be trying to herd that child. Or certain breeds, like particularly like beagles and other animals where they're scent dogs and they follow their nose. Like we may require a fence for those animals, or, you know, just trying to place an animal where it's going to be the best fit. And it's not just for the animal, it's for the family members as well. You know, nobody wants to get an animal in and you think, oh my gosh, this is not the right dog for us. So we really try to avoid that from happening by being a little pickier on the outset with finding the right dog for the right home. So there are still like daily pleas from shelters, and PAAWS has tried to help other rescues in the area. We've got about 45, 50 animals in foster care right now between our dogs and cats. So yeah, the rescue community needs some help with, you know, with the full shelters and even just, you know, having volunteers to help. Fundraising, you know, with COVID, fundraising, everything kind of stopped because you couldn't get people together. So the rescue world is kind of adjusted to that, and they're doing more like online auctions. So that's another way that people could help, is donating items that we can list online for an auction to help raise funds to provide the care for the animals that we take in. I know that some people, our fee structure is cats are $80 for adoption. Dogs under 6 months of age are $250. Those over 6 months of age are $200. But that just covers basic vetting. I mean, vaccinations, spay and neuter. And, you know, if you get animals in it, which we often do, you know, they require a surgery, they have torn ACLs, they have a cherry eye that needs fixed, a whole number of things, you know, parasites that, you know, just now occur naturally within young animals, and medications for that. So, and another way too is some people will do like give extra credit if they're a school teacher, you know, to bring in supplies for, you know, X shelter, or like the humane societies or animal control or whoever. A lot of organizations rely on help from the community to just kind of keep their head above water. I think the biggest thing that if I would touch on to summarize the greatest need is we need people to keep their animals. We need to slow down this surrendering of animals that's taking place. I know a lot of times, you know, I don't think anybody really wants to do that, but they feel like they're backed into a corner, like their circumstances change. They have to find a new place to live. They have to find a place that'll take their animals if they're renting. But, you know, even for like surgeries, and we've helped people in need do that too. Like, helping with low cost vaccine clinics, spay and neuter clinics. PAWS will help out with that. But there's also different lines of credit, like there's a care credit, there's pet insurance, and those are some other options for people that, your dog has torn his ACL, but you can't really afford the surgery. There are some other financing options available that would give another option to just, well, I can't afford to do this. I'm gonna surrender my dog, and whatever happens. So we just are really trying to provide some education or aid where are there resources in the community. Like there's Feline Fix, there's Dr. Reggae at Albreed. They'll do low cost spay and neuter clinics. I know that there's a lot of programs out in the community like that to help people. And the other thing would be spay and neuter. Spay and neuter your animals, because we just have this overpopulation that we're struggling to find places for.
I think that a number of things. So from my perspective, I've held a number of goods and services and fundraiser things for you guys, and it's very easy for people to do. And if they need a list of what you guys are looking for, they can very easily hop on your website. So remind them again what that website is.
Our website is PAAWS.org, PAAWS.org. And then we also have a Facebook page which is PAAWS No Kill Animal Rescue. And so that's where too you can find the animals that we have available for adoption. And if we don't have one, we try to cooperate with a lot of the other rescues. And if we don't have that particular breed you're looking for, we'll help you look at other rescues and see if, maybe they have what you're
right now
for.
That Facebook page is right where we found our babies. So
yeah.
Thank you so much, Julie, for coming on. You have shared so much insightful and helpful information. I hope that everybody takes your words of advice to heart. I feel like some people don't know about what options are out there when it comes to helping. So if they have any questions, they can either contact you guys directly or get in touch with me, and I'll help put you guys in touch. Thank you so much for sharing all of this information, and I appreciate everyone listening today. I hope that everybody has a blessed and wonderful rest of the day, and thank you for listening to mine and Julie's Unbelievable Lives. And you guys
Thank you.